Okay, so today there's loads of people coming to Strom and we're going to look at the services that Apex Neuro are going to be offering. We're going to be looking at the services the Hench project can now offer now that it's combined with the blood lab. We're going to be looking at some of the alternative therapy options that the Hench project now offers through the health bunker.
Are you autistic? Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Tom. I'm one of Team Strom's athletes, coaches. I'm sponsored by them. I'm down here today at Strom HQ. I've been with the blood lab and the guys that zap my brain. I can't remember what. Rick, here with Apex Neuro and I'm the blood lab at Strom HQ, and basically here to have a bit of a dig into what's going on with me.
Ear clip onto your ear. Take hold, pull it on, and then what we're doing is trying to make sure all these electrodes are making contact with the skin. So this is a Eeg Device. What this is doing is it's got electrodes at the top and it's picking up brain data, and it's going to look at things like attention. It's also going to look at distractibility, and I'm then going to get a report off that data onto my computer so I can look at if you're getting those kind of drops in brain function. I should be able to see that. And then what we can do is work out, okay, how do we change that during the day? So this is really cool because this is basically clinical grade, but it's more consumer friendly, so I can actually do it in here.
I've got it on the system. They explained absolutely everything, what was going on, why they were doing it, what to look for, what certain things meant, and they just broke it down into really simple, easy to understand sort of fashion.
You're very good, I think, at focusing when you need to, but it's that ability to kind of chop and change and not hit that overload point. So what we can do is today, just to give you a bit of a go, is we will put on the NIRS headset. That will show me how much oxygen and blood flow is going into your brain. It's a similar premise. You'll have a ball and you'll be trying to focus it, and you obviously can't sheet move it at all. And then I'm going to use a low level laser, so you won't feel anything happening. What that's going to do is that's going to drive nutrients into your brain, energy into your brain.
This is something that I definitely will be recommending to my clients, especially in certain situations when it's really, really needed. As a bodybuilder, your goal is to obviously be the best athlete that you can possibly be, but you need to be looking after yourself in more than just the capacity of take a few supplements here and there. It's good to get a dig in and an understanding into what you are, who you are as an individual and what your markers are like, how your health is. So definitely something to pay attention to.
No, it's pretty good actually for a first go. As you were starting, you had a little bit of natural activity anyway, and then you kind of plateaued out. Started to bring that on, and specifically like this sort of area for you, when I was shining the laser on it, that's when you were getting that consistent energy, and that just shows that it's bringing the energy into the brain. It's amazing for things like attention, but also just your brain health in general. It's almost like red light therapy on steroids. So it helps your brain's metabolism. It's sort of like ATP based energy generation. So if you're ever worried kind of about like overdoing things, that's really cool because it'll be just making your brain function better, but also the health of your brain for a long time. So especially things like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, anything runs in your family. Your attention on here is pretty good. So I'll be interested to see next time when we do the full assessment. It will give me some really good detailed data, and I can start to really layer those protocols. Yeah.
Did you do the one where you have to guess the thing?
No, that's on the full assessment.
Oh, I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah, you struggled with getting bored. That's your.
I got 100% on it. I got 100%, and it went on forever.
No, but also your brain data was shit on that one.
So we're doing a couple of things for you today, but we're doing something that's a little known treatment here in the UK called Ozone. But what it is a procedure which will help to hyperoxygenate your blood. So ozone is going to be charged electronically from oxygen to ozone, mixed in with your blood, and then back in. From after that, you're going to go and do some training. So I'm expecting you to hit some kind of decent numbers and feel a hell lot stronger and better while we do it. That's a vein. That's a good one. Feel it. It's nice and bouncy. It's a thing of beauty. So we're using a pink
I'll probably
cannula.
look away at this point.
You look away at this point. You won't feel. There's not much to feel. And you on, and we've got blood champing at the bit to get moving. Show you the tube. This is a cannula. This is what they call a 20 gauge cannula. The tourniquet will be tight. Give your hand an occasional squeeze. We have blood. Look at that. Look at that. So I'm going to add a little bit of what this is, and it's called heparin. It's a very, very, very small, safe pediatric dose, just to ensure that the blood doesn't clot while it's outside of the body. I'm going to add it into our little agitator here. It'll beep when I first turn it on. Don't worry, alarmed by that. There you go. That's around 150, 180 mils of blood. So I can release the tourniquet, turn things off here, and now we're going to just add ozone. You'll hear the machine. Hear that whirring noise? Oxygen is coming from our medical oxygen cylinder into the machine, where it's getting electrically charged into ozone. Ozone is a cool thing. Oxygen is a O molecule, and it always tends to live its life as a couple. Can't bear being on its own, hates being in a threesome, so it cleaves off into becoming more oxygen, so we're hyperoxygenating your blood. That's one of the pathways in which this works. So right now, it's going to start to go back into you. You'll see this start to drop. You won't feel any of this going on because it's not cold like a drip. Ozonated blood that's going back into you. It doesn't stay as ozone for very long. It pretty much immediately changes into oxygen again, but it does elicit what they call a second messenger response. So it causes a knock-on effect, a cascade effect. So it's going to modulate your immune system to help you fight off any bugs and whatever's going on, because it's extraordinarily antimicrobial. It's used medically as a disinfectant in ambulances and places like that. But what's particularly of note and use to athletes is that you've got mitochondria in your cells, all of them. They're like the little powerhouse. Yeah. They generate the Krebs cycle, the ATP, the really fast energy cycle. It increases the expression of the mitochondria by 500%. Oh, wow. That's a lot. That's a huge, huge amount. So soon I'm going to reverse the process. So in ozone speak, this is what's referred to as a pass. People can pay for 2 passes or 5 passes or 10 passes. I think 5 passes is a nice one for optimizing athletic performance.
What we're doing is we're having a little bit of a treatment with fibromyalgia, which is a chronic pain syndrome. So the level of pain can fluctuate.
Generally, it's just like lots of mini illnesses to make one big illness, which is quite difficult to manage.
Ongoing thing, it will be throughout your life. But what we've got is this microcurrent technology. The thing with fibromyalgia is they're very sensitive to all sensations. So microcurrent is subsensory, which is why it's very good for fibro.
Same with the other one.
I feel like it's pamper treatment.
I know.
So what I need you to do with this, put your hands on your legs and make sure there's a good contact on there.
Okay.
So what I'll do, I'll start on a setting where you can feel it, but just very light. Tell me when you can feel it.
Okay.
And then what we'll start to do from there is move it across to the microcurrent, which you shouldn't be able to feel, and that should be a little bit better for you, but it's just so you know what to expect, basically. My dad described it as it feels like you're getting stroked.
Yeah, it's like a mini vibration. Okay, now I can feel it on my hands,
Yeah.
It's like pins and needles on the hand,
Exactly.
and like a vibration on the neck.
And it's strange, in each body part it will feel different, and every person experiences it differently. So the cool thing about this tech is there's like a number of different modes, and we can trial and error different ones with you, and you can choose which one works. So it's not just a plug and play for everybody, which is great for something like fibro because it's quite specific to you as a person.
From what we've seen and all the information we've been provided with, the best one is the microcurrent for fibro. So I'll switch it over to microcurrent for when Sarah gets started with the laser as well, and then we can just set and forget that one a little bit. I'll pop it down there so it's out of the way, and then you can get started.
When I came in, my pain was like 10. Now it feels like 3, and I feel really relaxed. And normally I'm quite on the go. My brain doesn't shut off. So I feel like very zen.
Hi everyone, my name's Aaron. I wear a number of different hats. I run the Hench project. I work that in collaboration with the Blood Lab here at Strom, and I also work with the Health Bunker, which is based up in Halifax, and we also have a clinic, my clinic, here in Shrewsbury. What you've seen part of today is a number of different treatments that are done primarily via the Health Bunker, which can be checked out via Health Bunker. Just Google Health Bunker and ozone. Now, we've done some work on Big Josh, who you saw before. So he had some issues with tendinopathy in both of his elbows from years of working the joints really quite hard. When we do ozone injections into the area, it actually helps to repair. It's administered in much the same way as what a cortisone injection might be. However, it doesn't just mask the injury. It takes away the pain, swelling and inflammation, but helps promote the healing of injuries themselves. They work particularly well with rotator cuff injuries and any other sort of chronic problems that you have with joints. It works by increasing the amount of oxygen that you have to a poorly oxygenated area. Up to 75% of people with chronic pain get long-term results from the ozone treatment. With the ozone passes that we saw, a pass is essentially blood that's taken out from the vein into an eye set and then mixed in with ozone, which is a combination of medical oxygen that's been electrically charged to form ozone. From there, it has its effect on the body by creating second messenger responses. So it works well for pain, swelling, inflammation, fatigue, a number of different other pathways to do with the immune system and general cardiovascular health. But from a performance point of view, it does increase the mitochondrial output, so you're able to get a lot more energy from your work sets. You probably saw Josh, perhaps he was training his arms before. I was busy, I didn't see.
Verdict so far is a big old pump in courtesy of Aaron. The treatment I had, obviously with the ozone and the oxygen, I don't know if it translates to a big pump, but he did say I'd feel pretty good in the gym, and I do feel pretty good in the gym. I also had a serve of Vascumax, so these arms are feeling full and big, which is nice, because normally they don't. So that's a win.
Going now, cool. So today's gone really well. It's been really busy. It has been a little bit chaotic at times. There've been lots of things that have come and gone. Chris and Becky from the Blood Lab have had to go now, but we finally got Chris to have his own fucking blood work done, as well as giving a venesection to him and some IV ozone treatment. Will also had some IV ozone treatment. There's been loads of stuff going on, as well as some general population stuff. Kirsty's come and had some treatment for fibromyalgia with Apex Neuro. Tariq from the supplement review has been. If you are interested in any of the services that you've seen in the videos here, bear in mind that some of them aren't available to the general public yet, but if it's blood work, you can book in via the Hench project on our website. If it's the more extensive range of services that the Blood Lab offer, you can book in for the Blood Lab via the Blood Lab's website, but for here on a Monday. If it's IV ozone stuff, then the Health Bunker at the moment are the people to speak to about that. And if it's Apex Neuro stuff, then Apex Neuro, we will provide links for all of these in the video description below. Click like and subscribe, press the bell icon, suck my balls.